Hi, I'm Michelle Stirling for Friends of Science Society. I'm here at the Porto, Portugal Climate Conference, and I'm speaking with Alexandre Guedes da Silva. Alexandre, can you tell us a bit about your interest in climate science and in this particular conference?
My biggest interest on climate science is because I'm an engineer, and especially I'm a naval architect. And naval architects deal with nature and nature cycles for a long time. So we are quite used to the change in the climate, and especially the ways how to navigate and how to operate our ships in rough waters. And what I realize from all of these debate is that we are facing a dynamic system, and in our profession, dynamics is always present because we have waves, we have wind, we have currents. So if you want to have a ship that operates on high seas, you always have to account for a dynamic situation. And climate is a dynamic aspect of nature that cannot be rationalized as a static process. So you have to use mathematics, and you have to use statistics, and it's not a simple question.
So are you referring then to the fact that the CO2 as a single factor driving climate change doesn't make sense to you?
In 1,000 variables, I think the weight of the CO2 as a variable is very much insignificant. Because in a dynamic system, in fact, you have contributions for so many factors, so many variables, that by the end of the day there are some dominant ones. But the dominant variables are normally related not with minor factors. They are intrinsically variables of the equation. And in this case of the climate, the energy output of the sun is a big variable. CO2 is a minor effect, a secondary effect, something that can locally produce some interesting features, but cannot interact with the system and make the system resonance or something like that. Nice. From my point of view, looking at the climate as a dynamic system, I would say that, okay, it's a variable, but a very small one.
And so how does it make you feel when you see the science being so distorted and the propaganda about, oh, the end is nigh, the world's going to end, decarbonize everything? Does that make sense to you?
What I can tell you about that is that we had a saying in the Portuguese history that normally the guy who speaks louder on the market is the guy who sells the weakest product. And in this case, I think we are facing the same problem. We are listening too loud about the product that is not a solution for no problem at all. So it's somehow what I feel from all the scare, all the buzz that is around the climate and climate change is not justifiable by what is going on. I would say that it's clever from the part of the society to reorganize the total energy budget. It's reasonable that carbon would decrease a little bit in importance, and we give room to other types of energy. It would be wise because it's quite unbalanced at the moment, and it was unbalanced from the past 100 years. So if we go for a more balanced budget, it would be nice. But balance is equilibrium, is good sense, is not nonsense.
Okay, well, thank you very much. For Friends of Science Society, reporting from Porto, Portugal at the Climate Conference 2018, I'm Michelle Stirling.